We are going to learn the demographics page now once you've registered a new student and you've finished with a new enrollment screen. You are going to click over under information on the demographics page. And this opens up. And under the name and ID page, the student name will be up there with the student number. And so we're going to enter the student's address from the emergency card that the parent filled out. This box over here is for the apartment number, and then our city and state. And then this is for the home address. This area here is for the mailing address. If they're both the same, you can just click copy, and it puts that information in there for you. We don't use this district analysis or street code field yet. This home phone number field copies from the student enrollment screen. As you can see here, there's an error there, so we're going to correct that. If the phone number was unlisted, you would click this box. And for an alternate phone, we would put in there if a parent has a cell phone or a work phone number. The student does not. Also click if the parent wants that to remain unlisted. Resident membership was filled in the enrollment screen. Date of birth was filled in the enrollment screen. Birth order, if the student was a twin or a triplet, you would fill this in. My student is not, was a single birth, so we'll leave that. Gender, male or female. And ethnicity, this must be filled in, so you must have this information. The state requires it. Graduation year, this is also required, and it must be correct. Our student is a 9th grade student, grad in the 2010-11 school year, so they will graduate in 2014. That is an absolutely imperative screen for information that works behind the scenes. So you must have that entered, and it must be correct. So be very careful with that information. District entry date and school entry date is information that's already filled in from the enrollment screen. This information, home language and citizenship, you get this from the birth certificate. Country of birth, I usually put a U and then use my down arrows to get to United States. If they weren't born in the United States, you would have a passport or some sort of other document that shows you the date they entered into the United States. And the city that they're born in. Same thing here, I put an M and then just toggle down till I get to Michigan. Or if you prefer, you can click the down arrow and get to Michigan that way. Primary language comes from the language form that's filled out. Most are English. I usually put an E there and down arrow once and get you to English. Former school, have they attended the school district before? You would put yes and which school. In this case, my student has attended the middle school before, so I'm going to fill that in. The former district. I'm going to fill that in. I don't usually put the address in there. Don't see any need. So services received at the former school, you're going to put this in here if they've received special services or social work, speech or language or other, and this information can be found on your emergency form as well. If the parent indicates any hospital preference, or if the child is on any medications or has any medical problems such as asthma or seizures or anything to that effect, this is where you would put that information. or any physical limitations. Alert expires, these 2 alerts for medications or medical problems. We don't ever want that alert to expire, so you don't fill in this date. So we're going to leave that blank. If the child has asthma, diabetes, vision problems, hearing problems, heart conditions, or peanut allergies, we would check the appropriate boxes here. If you want to keep track of forms submitted, you can click that here. I don't do that. And our form is done. And you're going to click Submit. The system will think, and it will tell you your changes have been recorded. And you can click back, and you'll see that all the information is in there. And you are done.